It is so empty without the Kala. The voices of my people, lost in darkness.
The Zerg infestation is overtaking Telemetros. Our evacuation is already in great peril. Your aid cannot come soon enough, Hierarch. Shakuras teams with Amon's Zerg broods. We hold only the southwest quadrant of Telemetros, and even that is in peril. We must evacuate our people, but the launch bays have been defiled with infestation. Only ground forces can clear them. Once the bays are free, the planetary warp conduit will allow our ships to escape safely.
The launch bays will be cleared. Your people will survive, Matriarch. This I swear.
You will need the aid of my Dark Templar in this battle. They can strike from the shadows without fear of reprisal.
From the shadows I come.
You have not enough.
Artanis, I'm detecting a rift opening near your position. A Void Thrasher. By the gods, it's sieging the Warp Conduit!
Karax, are any of the Spear of Adun's weapon systems ready for use?
Orbital Strike is online. Designating targets.
The Thrasher has been weakened. Warriors, move in and seal its fate!
You have not enough minerals.
Orbital strikes can now be fired from the Spear of Adun's command panel, Hierarch.
The Thrasher is slain, but it will be for naught if the launch bays remain infested.
You have not enough minerals.
From the shadows I come. I am intrigued. I will comply. I am the blade of the Narazim.
These vaults hold the city's last energy reserves. Claiming them should aid you in the fight ahead.
Shore up our defenses. The Zerg are moving to attack our nexus point.
I will come.
You must construct additional pylons.
shadows I come. Cartoon.
A second Thrasher. The conduit is under assault.
I come. What would you ask?
Be careful. The spore crawlers and overseers ahead can detect our Dark Templars' movements. Slay them first.
Upgrade complete.
The Thrasher has been eliminated. This would be an opportune moment to clear the launch bays.
From the shadows I come.
Matriarch Vorazun, the first launch bay has been cleared. Continue evacuating.
But a phantom. Clever. I will comply. I am the blade of the Narazine. I am the darkness.
My life or life. You must construct additional pylons.
I am the blade of the Cowasson.
You have not enough minerals. Base is under attack.
Nasbiru Unadar. Cartoon. Fear is an illusion. From the shadows I come.
Another Thrasher has appeared. You know what must be done.
From the shadows I come. You seek our service. I am the blade.
That should buy the conduit more time.
Upgrade complete.
We have secured a second launch bay.
Well done. Half of the bays are launching evacuation ships.
I am the blade of the Narazine. Enough. Fear is an illusion.
We embrace the glory of battle.
By the void. I am but a phantom.
Base is under attack.
I am the blade of the Narazine. I am intrigued. Jakku. What from the shadows?
You require more Vespene gas.
From the shadows I
Amon has sent another Void Thrasher against us. Slay it before the conduit falls.
You require more Vespene.
From the shadows I come.
My life for hire.
I bask in the twilight. I am the
Another Thrasher felled. Is there no end to these abominations?
I am intrigued. Jakul Inak.
You require more Vespene gas.
From the shadows I come.
My life for hire.
I bask in the twilight. I am the blade of the night. Clever. By the void. I bask.
We have purged the infestation. Only one launch bay remains disabled.
Fear is
You require more.
My life for hire.
I will comply. I am intrigued. Got what did you ask of us?
Artanis, another Void Thrasher has been summoned. This one is in the heart of the city.
By the void. Khatum. Clever.
We are recovering the last Solarite reserve now. The solar core should be augmented by the time our forces return, Hierarch.
You require more Vespene gas.
From the shadows I come. Fear is an illusion.
You must construct additional pylons.
From the shadows I come.
We embrace the glory of battle.
The darkness rises. I am but a phantom. You seek our soul. I will comply. I am but a phantom. I am intrigued. Clever. The darkness rises. Beru. I bask in that.
The Warp Conduit has lost half of its durability. The Void Thrasher must be dealt with soon.
Illusion. I am but a phantom. By the void.
The Zerg have extensively fortified this area. An orbital strike would help us break through their defenses.
Well done, brave warriors. Amon's Thrashers are no match for the Templar. The launch bays have been reclaimed. Matriarch, you may complete the evacuation.
You have saved my people, Artanis, and they will never forget it. Despite this tragedy, I am pleased to see you once more, Hierarch. I had hoped that our next interaction would be your announcement of Ayer's reclamation.
As did I. Instead, the Templar have fallen.
Then the threat is greater than I realized.
We cannot let the same fate befall Shakuras.
It is too late for that. Amon's Zerg poured through the warp gate as a tide of flesh and blade. They have already overrun Telemetros and are nearing the shrines of Lazul. This world is lost. With such an infestation, Shakuras must be destroyed.
Destroy Shakuras? I will not permit this.
Permit? Shakuras was my people's home long before we offered yours sanctuary upon it. I will not let this world be a den for Amon's forces. Worlds may fall to ash. What matters is that we endure.
To lose Shakuras and Ayer.
We are a vagabond people, Artanis. Our true home has always been Ayer. Let us reclaim it together.
It is fitting that the daughter of Raja Gal decides the fate of the world she helped forge. Let us make preparations at once.
The Solar Core requires your attention, Hierarch. Please visit it at your earliest convenience.
Of all the Templar, you never wavered in the belief that our two peoples could live in unity. It is something I admired in you.
It is ironic to hear you say this. All this time, I believed you were reluctant to accept the unity I sought.
You and I had many a disagreement in the Twilight Council. For day by day, I saw my people losing what they were. I saw our precious old ways erode.
You wished to preserve them.
I am Nerazim, Dark Templar. I hold great pride in my people.
But you are also Protoss. That is the greater affiliation.
That is not what the Conclave believed when we were exiled long ago. Your kind had ire. Our culture is all we ever had.
All this time, this wretched little world was within striking distance of our fleets.
Much has changed since your era, Preserver. The Dark Templar are now our allies.
There was a time when the Protoss were broken. Throughout the Aeon of Strife, we tore at each other with wanton abandon. Only one path was ever found to end the madness and unify our people. The Kala. The Dark Ones rejected its light. They denied their own race. How can you fight for them?
For one so sworn to preserve our history, Rohana, how can you be so blind to its turn?
I see I have offended you, Hierarch. My apologies. Adapting to this period is difficult. Cloaked warriors are now available for deployment.
Khartoum. Vengeance for ire. Khartoum.
impressive sight.
A synthetic star. Imagine what went into its creation. This chamber provides power to the Spear of Adun and all its systems. Its radiance even contributes nourishment for our warriors.
How long until you can bring its tactical systems online?
System analysis has begun, but the star has lain dormant for an eon. It will take time, and a powerful ignition catalyst like Solarite to restore it to full capacity.
Solarite? The Firstborn haven't utilized Solarite in millennia.
This vessel is ancient, Hierarch. We will need to exhaust even unconventional resources if we are to bring it to bear.
Do what you can, Phase Smith. We will acquire what you need.
Very well. You may begin augmenting the solar core whenever you are ready. Select the core to start reviewing your options, Hierarch. This array displays an overview of the Spear of Adun's weapon and support systems. Each system can only be configured to have one active ability at a time. You may select different abilities to complement your tactical decisions in different battles, Hierarch. Our current available Solarite is displayed here. Any leftover Solarite can be routed to our auxiliary systems. You may begin diverting Solarite now.
You look different, Phase Smith.
Ah, you must be referring to these mechanical arms. I constructed them to improve my efficiency while running the solar core. So far, they have been quite helpful.
The evacuation ships have reported in. All are present and are being escorted by the Spear of Adun.